Oh, all right, you guys. Well, today we're gonna keep going with the last part of this crazy back and forth between Andrew Wilson and these people. Let's jump in.
On the internet available to young men and women, obviously, but men are watching a lot of often quite violent, degrading, sexual scenes in these porn clips they're seeing online. None of that can help in the way an impressionable young male mind goes about trying to forge a real relationship with an actual woman.
Well, I think it's important not to say young male mind, it's any person's mind, right? Like, I don't think we should victimize men. I can't believe Andrew's agreeing with me. But yeah, it's awful. I mean, I genuinely don't think people should have phones until they're 16. They certainly shouldn't have social
Well, Australia's done that, and I'm not against it.
Yeah.
The smartphone ban till 16.
I mean, it's terrifying.
Why not?
You can't go on air, on TV, and say whatever you want. Like, I know you're pretending that you're uncensored, but you couldn't sit here and say literally whatever you want.
Yes, you can.
Well, not really, Piers, because
Yes,
if you said something that incited hatred or racism or a terror attack,
I wouldn't want to say
you would be arrested.
I wouldn't
but online,
why would I want to incite
I'm not
a terror
saying
attack?
that you want to. I'm just trying to make a point.
Why the guy in the middle have to choose these battle, man? It's not smart.
Online,
Passive aggressive.
You're saying I can't say what I want.
Online,
I do not want to incite a terror attack.
No, but if you did,
I'm allowed. Just to be, you're raising an interesting point about censorship.
Yeah,
we're uncensored because I don't say anything I don't want to say.
Right.
So when you say I'm censoring, I'm actually self-censoring. I'm not. I'm not going to call for a terror attack.
I'm not saying that you would ever do that, of course, but I'm saying that if you did, there would be accountability for that because you are broadcasting to a lot of people.
Right.
But a lot of people online do not have that gate stopping them from saying horrendous things, and so therefore it can blow up online, excuse the horrible pun, and that shouldn't be allowed. There should be a system in place that stops people broadcasting things that aren't meant to be broadcast to millions of people.
One of the problems, Tommy, Toby Young, who's a British journalist, director of Free Speech Union, very, very big in promoting and defending free speech, says Adolescence, the new teen drama, is pro-censorship propaganda, partly paid for by the state. It is now being seized upon by Labour left-wing MPs as evidence we need more online censorship. And that is, of course, you talk about a swinging pendulum. What you don't want to come out of all this is an overreaction and an over-censorship, because that in itself becomes a problem.
Yeah, 100%. And I agree with Sean on this point, too. I think parenting has more to do with this than any of us really, can even understand. I mean, many, I'm sure, in this panel can. But parenting is, to me, the end-all, be-all of all of this. I mean, you can watch horrible things online. You can listen to people say horrible things, but if you've got a good foundation with good parents at home, hopefully two, that provides you with a lot of guidance and support to navigate these things. And it doesn't really, scramble your mind in the way that those that are not blessed with a two-parent household may be impacted by it. I don't believe that censorship is ever the answer. I believe that more...
Nah, man, no. When it comes down to bad thing, we have to censor. I'm sorry. If we as a society, we agree to censor corn, you should do. It's wrong. It's bad. Look at right now, we're in a bad position because we're so passive regarding this approach. Corn is bad and we have to ban it. Simple as that. We don't have to put ourselves in... I don't believe in censoring speech, no problem. But when it comes down to corn and a lot of drugs, nah, man, we banning that stuff, man. I'm not playing those games.
Speech is the answer to speech that you don't like. And as much as I don't like certain people online and what they say, whether they're the Tate brothers or whoever else, I believe that they should have the right and the ability to say it. And then people like us should have the right and ability to respond to it. I think that's the healthiest way to come to a great consensus, or at least a public square where we can all debate ideas with dialogue and conversation. But I don't think that censorship is ever the answer. And I think that, our leaders in America have done a great job of emphasizing that, especially to the European countries who believe censorship is the way to cleanse or the way to legislate morality. I just don't think that's the way to do it.
Well, the instinctive reaction, certainly in the UK, for a long time now, many years, has been to censor and to ban and prohibit. And
never works.
And I think people are beginning to wake up.
I'm for banning the corn industry out of the gate.
The downside of that is that once you chip away at things like freedom of speech, freedom of expression, you're heading down a pretty slippery road, which can be dictated by your government, and then that's not a place.
It's interesting though, isn't it? I mean, I just want to make a side point, and I don't need to get into it, but like your government are banning books, so they are literally talking about free speech whilst also banning free speech.
What kind of books?
That they don't agree with. So what you're saying is nice, and I agree with you in principle, but that's not literally.
Yeah, what kind of book, bro? See, this is simply so. What kind of books?
Banning books.
You talked about freedom of speech, right?
That's not freedom of speech.
Having...
See, that's not freedom of speech, my guy. See, you're confusing. Freedom of speech is this. We're talking about why you having those books, right? It's corn, and nah, we're not doing that, bro.
Discussion about it, but that's not what's happening.
Yeah,
but we're
putting
talking about in the
gay
home,
porn
not in
into
school.
children's libraries is a little different. James.
I mean, no one should be putting porn into a children's library.
But that's what they're doing, bro.
On that.
Then why are you complaining that that's being
Because that's
banned?
not what I'm discussing. I'm discussing books that talk about diversity, equality, that talk about Black Lives Matter, that talk about gay pride.
Yeah, but why we need that, bro? We don't need that. We simply don't need that. We simply don't need that. And parents don't agree with that. Majority of parents don't agree with that. See, you want to push this through your future generations' mouth because you want to feel less guilty of your own lifestyle. I'm just saying. I don't want to get into it, but that's what's going on.
So I don't have the same take as the rest of the panel when it comes to the idea of legislating morality. I think that there are ideas which are subversive and that we can get rid of, and that's absolutely fine to do. I don't think that we need to have unfettered access to pornography. I don't think that we need to have unfettered access to children being introduced to this type of sexuality so young. I don't think that that's necessary at all. I don't think it's an impingement on free speech at all. And not only that, there's going to necessarily be limits on every single freedom that we have. By necessity, that's the way it has to be, unfortunately. And the reason it has to be that way is because otherwise you're going to have nothing but subversives who go in and subvert your entire culture, which is exactly what happened in the UK, and it's exactly what's been happening in the United States. So we have to have some way to fight back against that.
All right, Sean.
Yeah, yes. This guy didn't like it, bro. Look at that.
States. So we have to have some way to fight back against that.
All right, Sean.
They
Final
didn't like it. They didn't like it. The guy didn't like it
word to you.
because it's just telling him straight up what is going to happen. Andrew Wilson is straight up telling him what is going to happen and what you're doing is wrong in other ways, and we're gonna ban it because it's not okay, guys. It's not okay to expose your kids to this kind of content. You're destroying the most precious thing. Which is what? I forgot the word. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, man, I forgot the word. That innocence. You have to protect their innocence, guys. Their innocence is very important. You have to protect it. Don't tell them that Santa Claus doesn't exist. Let them figure out it doesn't exist. Don't tell them that the tooth fairy doesn't exist. Let them figure out it doesn't exist. But don't destroy their innocence.
I just feel like, raising children is a multi-pronged approach, right? I mean, you're looking at first in the house, then you're looking at the schools, you're looking at the government, you're looking at extracurricular activities with coaches, et cetera, and different people that have their hands on the child. I just think it's important to be at home having these open conversations.
Man, I don't like this guy. This guy is so, let's have an open conversation kind of guy. Nah. Let me know what you guys say in the comment section below. I will see you on our next one.